Good morning. Good morning. All right, so I saw JSPR up here, kind of finding some pressure. Has a little level below the 250s and 220s today. Kind of going flat in here. I don't really know what it wants to do. It is up 33%. The other one was ZVSA up 69%, and I want to see if ZVSA is going to catch more volume out of the open than JSPR. Both of them had pretty weak catalysts, so I'm just waiting and seeing. Over here on my TOS scans, I can see the number one volume mover on my scans is BBBY. Number two is Tesla. So we're just going to observe here on Friday and see if we get a freaky mover. The ZVSA. Man, I really thought the SPY was gonna go up there and break that 400 yesterday. I mean it was working. I was like, wow. But it has come back down towards the 390s. I guess it did need a break. And so we'll see what kind of movement it gives out of the open as well. Yep. That's what I'm watching too. JSPR and V or ZVSA. ZVSA is formed a little top up here, but I want to see more volume pour into it. I want to see it overtake JSPR. And let's look out here on the daily chart. So previously it came down, had a little bit of consolidation around the 260s down to the ones, and now has popped all the way out here to the 425s. So somewhere up in here. And we'll see what happens at the 475, and it also has uh a wick up here at the sixes. Previous gap down was from the 740s. So we'll just be watching and waiting. Let's look at these catalysts though for V's whatever Viscera Therapeutics. I actually went out to their website here, and this is Viscera Therapeutics, restoring health, transforming lives through innovation. They work with the renal lipids. They have a webcast coming out on the 18th, so in 5 days. But it's not really killer news. But then again, sometimes on Fridays the catalyst is like, and it's more about the volume, So we'll definitely watch the volume here. And if it starts to just fall off and fall behind everything, then I'll be like, all right, I'll back off. But until it does that, I'm going to continue watching it closely. Let's see some news for today. For the Fed, 3% is the new 2% when it comes to inflation. Okay. Home Depot changing how it pays hourly employees. Tesla stock sinks. Okay. Then that stuff is from yesterday. Let's go to some more recent news. Crypto.com cuts 20% of staff as layoffs continue to hit crypto industry. Britain pays or says payments companies' clients may need protecting from cancel culture. Bed Bath & Beyond in talks with Sycamore Partners for a sale of assets. Okay. Anyway, I think we're pretty much watching the two that could be something this today. Maybe something comes up later in the day and rips over them, but for now, these are the two that I see. Let's also look at JSPR on the daily chart. So we see JSPR did have a nice gap up from 49 cents all the way up here to $1.50. And $1.50 hit a high of 380s, had the body get pushed all the way back down to the 275s, and now is floating at the 218s, right around this top here, 215, 218 area. I think that'll end up cracking back down, but the 200 moving average is right here at the 180s. So we'll just have to see about that one. On ZVSA, it would be dope if it could pull all the way back here to the 270s. Right into this little support. 263 down here to the $3. We'll see if it can get a hold down here for support on that gap fill. Let's also check the level 2s and make sure we don't have any big sizes sitting out here. We do. One at 384. So 384, there's a 10,000 share position out there. Right around the 380s, but that's kind of close to where it's currently trading. So we'll see how it tests that level. Wow, that disappeared quick. It turned into a 10. 384, it was 10,000 there, but now it's a 10. Okay. 343s. It's another fall point I'll be watching. And that seems to be all of them. 384, 343s. So we'll continue to watch. But I think I'm going to focus more on that 343 though. Add a note. 343 has a 10,000 share position out there that could or could not be real, but we'll take note of it. Let's see what's on the ask. No big sizes on the ask though. So about 350 is where I'll be looking real hard on this one. What's up? Forget my silence. We're looking at ZVSA up 68%. I'm looking at the level 2s right now, kind of mapping out a possible dip entry. And I'm seeing 10,000 shares at this 343. And I'm kind of like, if it gets on the 350, you know, that is a good spot, like right under this little gap fill area where it could bounce. So I could give it a play back up to the highs in there, but we'll have to see how it opens up and how it plays. JSPR taking a nice little dip back towards the $2. So I really don't like things to break back down under $2. So I'm definitely gonna have my eyes more on the ZVSA that can give us that range we're looking for. Plus ZVSA is a lower float as well. Let me look at the exact floats on these. Float on this one is 4.1 million, 4.18 million on ZVSA. And then the other one, JSPR. Float looking like 6.36 million on that one. So okay, let's check some other places to make sure that float is aligning across the board. Where are those floats? What would that be in financials? Does not exist. Okay. Let's go over here to BAM. ZVSA. No kind of shelf registrations. What about JSPR? Does have a shelf registration from was that 1022, but you know, those kind that are a little bit further away, sometimes they don't affect it, but it is starting to not align with what I look to trade though, going back towards that sub $2. Uh, nothing there. Okay, Finviz. Okay, so float looking like 8.72 on this one. A little bit of discrepancy there. 8.72. And then Donnell said float of 7.85. Yeah, some of them are saying 6, some of them are saying 7. Or wait, no, this one is 4, I think. ZVSA is 4 over here on Yahoo Finance. Yeah, 4.81, and then over here on Finviz it says 8.72. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what kind of range it gives. We'll know when it opens. We got 15 minutes to the bell. And JSPR continues to play around with this $2. If it goes under 2, I'm not touching it. It's got to hold up that 2. And that will make this one a no trade for me because it's too close to the 2. It can't even break down without going under 2. Spent all that time trying to get up, but continuing to make lower highs even on the daily chart out here. Big pump up here to the 381s, pushed all the way down to 275s, got crushed. Now back up here testing this previous high level here of the 218s. So I'm thinking that one's a little bit bearish to me. A little bit bearish. It has been down here to the 150s multiple times, but if it breaks down to 150, it's going to probably continue on down. And it's only 50 cents away from that 150 being a low float, so it can get there quite quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna focus in ZVSA. That's one thing about having these days with a little bit less action. You can kind of focus in on one. When there's like 5 running, it's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? You just get caught up in the hurricane. Good morning, Andre. We got a hard watch on ZVSA. I already saw levels on level 2 of the 340, looking for it to pull back to about the right under the 350s. I'll be maybe giving it a shot there, but we'll see. Kind of some discrepancies on the floats between the different sites, so maybe they haven't updated or something. I don't know, but overall, all of them are showing that it's under 10 million in the float. And the shares outstanding are pretty low as well, which was the problem with me yesterday when I was watching what was that stock we were watching? It had a lot of shares outstanding but a small float. Was it BBAI? Something, whatever it was, I forget what it was. But I know I didn't trade it because of that. I just don't when there's a lot of shares outstanding with a low float, that means a lot of people have a choice, whether especially people with bigger positions, whether they don't want to sell, whether they just hold. And then it just gets this tight little range of only retail traders. It doesn't get any pushes. It's the only thing I don't like about those. I like to see low outstanding shares and low float. Anyway, looking at the scans though, Bed Bath and Beyond is still they got some kind of meeting about asset buying or whatever. They're still killing the game in the volume. We'll see if that volume slows down at all. It's just been ripping from what $1 up to $5, but it's such a big float. You know, if it was a low float, it would have probably went even more. Looking for this thing to fall on down to the 350s for a nice little retest back up. But it's gonna have to get down there quick. If it grinds down, I don't know if I'm gonna take that trade. But if it slams down there, I'd be like, all right, let's go. Let's see a reversal, baby. If it does become a grinder, I'll just wait for a real flush. I'll be looking for something. Maybe we'll have to see the overall range to calculate what a flush, the actual flush would be on that one. But I'm very patient on today. Kind of don't the way this 15 minute is looking, it's just so flat right here. Like this 450, it's just so flat under that 450. It's kind of, I don't know, makes me second guess what it really wants to do. If it does explode, I mean that would be a beautiful break of the 450, but that has been tested multiple times here and formed a lower high on the hour chart. So I'll be very careful with any kind of breakout entries there. It just looks too good to be true, is all I'm saying. What's the news on? Andre said, "What's the news on it on ZVSA?" ZVSA, they have a webcast coming out. They're supposed to be doing some kind of announcements on their phase two. Let me pull up the news. All right, so let's see. They have webcast coming up. So JTC team to host a virtual investor to 2023 companies to watch event on January 17th, 18th, and 19th. On January 18th, though, Viscera Therapeutics Inc. will have their webcast. It's not crazy catalyst by any means, and this is why I'm so patient, because it's like, you know. But I mean, maybe some people buy the rumor and sell the news. I don't know. But right now it's just rumor has it, you know. But let's see. JSPR, I don't think it's any better. JSPR Therapeutics announced new positive data to be presented at the 2023 tandem meetings, transplantation, and cellular therapy meetings of ASTCT. See, all this stuff, they just using too many words. If they have good news, it should just stick out. It should be obvious. So I would say both of them have weak news on today. Which is why another reason that I'm so kind of wary of this breakout of 450. I'm thinking it can get packed down bad. And I'm looking for a fall back down here to maybe the 340s, $3, something like that. Looking on the level 2, let's see if any numbers have changed here. Are they still sitting at that 340? Looks like they did move from the 340. Where are those big sizes? I don't see them anymore. Well, I do know one was at the 340 because I took notes on it. Right there was a 10,000 share position at 343. So just an area of interest to keep in mind. And then I also put the float 4 million or 4 to 8 million, I guess you could say, with the discrepancies of the different news outlets. But yeah, don't see a lot of big numbers out here. JSPR looking like it wants to crack down $2 as well. 205, 204, just heading on down. 6 million shares traded. Lori says APRN is the only stock today. Your opinion? Let's see. APRN. Ooh. Under $2. No, it's let's see, it's got 8 million shares traded on it. We'll see about that one. Any other call outs? 450 candle wicks for myself, break over 450 and hold. Look at the yearly chart on APRN. Let me go flip over to APRN. Oops. Okay. So APRN had a nice little descent down here into the 61 cents. So where was the top? Was once up here at 30. Came on down. It has pops though. It definitely has pops every now and again. And the pops, let's look at the ranges. So this pop went from $1 and that thing just Christmas treed. Came back down 313, back up to the 15. Came down to the 425, back up to the 12. So definitely has some big ranges there on this one for swing traders. I don't know if this will be one that you day trade, but definitely Lori is a master swing trader, so she's about that life, you know. And then let's see, 231 up to the 7s. Every pop is pretty nice though. But yeah, if you got a string, I said string. If you have a swing trading strategy, that could be one to implement it on, seeing its previous history back here. I'm seeing SHPH pop up now on my low floats. as well. Let's see, SHPH. Do you have any news? No, not really. Up 45% there. JSPR looking like it's about to break down $2. So we'll see what SHPH is doing as well. Had a previous top here of 264. Resistance. Doesn't really have any catalysts on the day, so it's going to have to be one of those that just catches volume. But looking strong here on SHPH. So we got 3 to watch. JSPR, well, it's 3 to watch for the low floats. JSPR, ZVSA, and SHPH coming up here. Previous level of indecision down here was a $2. So I'll say maybe there's some support around the 2 for a fallback for a dip. But I don't know if it can come back to the 2 now. It broke over this previous high here of the 231, I would say 225-ish level here. And let's look at the level 2s to see if we see any big numbers out here. So we have a 10,000 here at 222. Right around, a little bit around this level here. We'll see what happens at 222. Any other big levels? 225s is looking like an interesting level on it though. So I just say 225 and add that as a note. 10,000 shares there. 225. Okay, so all right, we'll see if anything else pops up. The float on SHPH is float looking like 6.32 million over there on Yahoo Finance. Let's see if it has any shelves or anything. Shuttle Pharmaceuticals, no kind of shelves, no recent shelves. SHPH, yeah, float of 5.32 million. Okay, so we'll watch and see which one of these 3 want to be the Freaky Friday mover. We have about 2 minutes to the open, and we do have 3 nice ones to watch. I don't know about JSPR. It may not be so nice, but these other 2 are looking a lot better. Up 41% with less than a minute to the open here. I don't know which one I want to watch first. I'm going to watch SHPH because it's just so strong. It has this big old green bar. Watch that one first. And let ZVSA do whatever it's going to be doing. And let JSPR do whatever it's going to be doing. But I'll watch this one first since it looks so strong. Did make a lower high here, so we'll see how it holds up that 225-ish level. It does have less volume though, so it's definitely going to need to compete on the volume. Only 2 million shares traded on it. Here comes the open. SHPH. All right, there's the open. Right at that high, getting a little push through that high there. Okay, up 5%. It is the biggest mover. We'll see how it holds up though. No kind of catalyst, but just you know, coming back under that high right there, 264. We'll see if it can get on down. Okay, so the level of interest was the 225s down here. We'll see if it can get down there. But the only issue is that catalyst. Will it be bought back up? It may need a little minute. All right, ZVSA, flipping gears. We have a high up here of 460. It is challenging the 425s right now. It is green on the day as well, up 65%. We'll see if it can hold anything, or will it go ahead and slip under the $4 towards this 350. All right, looking like it's getting a little punch down there. We'll see what happens towards this 350. Let me flip back over here real quick. SHPH trying to hold up these highs here, right under the 275s. Okay. There it goes through the 275s for SHPH. It is the biggest mover as of now. And remember, I am looking at the hour chart, the 30-minute and the 15-minute. So if mine looks different, it's because it's probably different time frames if you're trading on a lower time frame. All right, so throwing a high out there of what, almost the 290s. Will it pull back under this previous high of the 260s though? Okay, ZVSA, smaller range, not as interesting. JSPR, finding resistance as well. So SHPH looking like the one for breakouts at least. Yeah, forget my silence. JSPR is overbought looking like. I think these two are going to catch up with it. ZVSA starting to push up as well, back to this 425-ish level right here. And like I said, I was very wary of this 450 level breakout. But we'll see what it wants to do. Is pushing up here through the 425s, finding a little bit more resistance there, creating a lower high there. I do not like that lower high. It had the previous high here of the 450s, then came down to 443s, and now another lower high on the hour chart into some downside, looks like some downside momentum. All right, SHPH still playing above the high. And remember, SHPH, is it even up here yet? 6 million, yeah, it should be up there. SHPH. 6 million shares traded. JSPR pumping up there as well. But this is the first hour, so this one's creating those lower highs as well. I don't know what's going on. Let me look. What's the SPY doing? SPY is not doing much at all. Kind of just bouncing off a bottom. Okay. ZVSA. All right, so now we're seeing that downside pressure, getting it back under these highs here. JSPR, does it want to break to new highs? $225 is getting tested hard and heavy here. We have a level here, 11,000 shares back here at the $2. So we'll see if that is a crash point for it. If it goes under 2, I can't touch that thing. But it looks like it's trying to hold up the 25s right now. Who will be the one is the question. I think ZVSA is kind of losing the competition here though. Let's jump over here to the daily charts of these. So ZVSA, these were the levels that I had. It had came up to this previous body and had a high up here of the 475 or whatnot. And I was thinking maybe it would find some resistance, so it did end up finding resistance at the first level of resistance. So not strong enough to even push through that. And then SHPH, another one that came up here to 287s, holding above that 250-ish level right there on the daily chart. It would need to break down the 259s to go red on the day. And then JSPR is another one that challenged the previous high of the 215, broke over that, and trying to hold up the 215s right now. JSPR continues to hold this 225. Breakout would be this 232-ish area. Will it be the first to break for new highs is the question. Finding a little bit of resistance right there at the 225s there. Again, ZVSA looking like it's going to go ahead and break down the $4, only 1 cent away from it. SHPH finding resistance back within this range under the highs. Let's look out here on the ask for some of these. The ask, there's a size sitting at the 235s. Could be a problem for it at 235. We'll put some resistance out here. Resistance 235-ish. Let's jump over to SHPH. What's that on the ask? Don't see any huge sizes over here just sitting out there. Let's see, no huge sizes on the bid side as well, so not interested in that one. Need to see some levels of interest there for obvious support. Okay, let's see this one. Yeah, no big sizes yet. Looking for like 10,000 shares sitting out there on the books or bigger. ZVSA going on down. JSPR again above the 225s hit. Did it break? 233, 234 broke for 1 cent there on JSPR breaking up. Will it retry that break of the 235s here is the question. Up 12. It's the biggest mover on the day. Everything else is red on the day. So we'll see if this thing wants to continue to push, or will 225s be come back into play for shorts. Looking like it may be a squeeze here. 232s, yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just felt somebody's shoes get taken. Let's see. Okay. I was about to say that's taking a little bit of time. It needs to get on going if it's gonna go. There it is. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. How far will you squeeze? How strong do you want to be? We got 250s up here. What you want to do, bro? 10 cents away. Oh. Okay. Well, the shorts are they put their cleats on and came back hard and heavy. Getting it back below that previous high. SHPH giving up the ghost to the downside. Definitely let that hour play out. A little bit too much momentum to the downside right there. Lori says I like Grom, Grom. Grom. Awaiting PR this month. Okay. Grom had a nice little gap up, has held this level of the dollar for what? Couple months? December into January, holding that dollar up. SPY just kind of taking a break on the day, not really doing too much to the up or downside, but we'll see now that it's about to try the downside. We'll see how far it wants to go. $4 getting tested again on VSA. Okay, JSPR continues to play with this 225 level. That was a big short that came in there though that pushed that down like that. That was crazy. But will they be able to hold is the question. There's a size of 14,000 on this one at the 250s. Is there any other sizes that are sizable that we can see? Nope. Let's look on this side, 225. There's a 19,000 share position at 225. So we'll see if it can get down there and touch that 225 again, or rip through the 250, get up to the 250 for test. All I know is algos try to go where the majority of the positions are to be filled. So will there be a bigger position at 225, or will there be a bigger position at 250s to be filled? And I'm thinking that 250, where it is, I don't know if that's a buyer. There might be a seller trying to enter and get filled there. Size dropping there at 225 down to the 18s from the 19s. $250 still sitting. Okay, interesting. It is up 16% since the open. So very interesting movements. And holding above the previous high as well. That 234 there on the hour chart. I don't know, man. They might get squeezed here, man. This thing does not look like a short's friend. You gotta really be about that life if you shorten this at this moment. $242s. Continuing to find some weakness there. There's a size coming in there at the 242s. There's a 11,000 share position there. I'm thinking that may be a short entry because this is showing so much weakness and not actually just pushing through the 50s. So I'm thinking it might be a little short coming in here. Let's see. Will it continue to show weakness under the 250s? If it is a short in there, he could get his back blown out here. Yep. Let's see. Doesn't want to push the 250s. Still on that struggle bus. Okay. A little bit of weakness there. A little bit more weakness, that is. Okay, let me flip over here to these. Still going down. Okay. Nothing interesting. APRN getting on up there. What was that? 19 up to the 130s. Okay, it is forming a lower high on the hour chart. Ooh, wow, there's a little bit of a dip. Back under the previous highs there, bounced off those highs, but that test right there, I'm thinking shorts are getting on this one. You can put your, if you were short, you would have your back at what, 250, so about a 4 cent risk. Unless you're getting in late around this level, then you would have a little bit more. But the ones that got in here, yeah, they get a nice little push down there. Okay. APRN continues to push as well. Lori with the golden callouts on APRN. Wow. 17 million shares traded on it. Okay, CVSH. Grum up 44%. What's this other one that just popped up? HTGM. 28%. HTGM just popped on there. A little bit lower volume. Moved from the $5 up to the $6. About a dollar move. Up 28%. Again, none of these have really standoutish catalysts. It's just, where's the volume, basically. So I guess that point that I had pointed out earlier was a little bit of a bounce point there on that 230, right on that previous high. But this hour has not closed yet. We still got a lot of time this hour for this thing to come back down. So that was just a nice little redemption bounce right there. What, from 20-cent bounce, 230s up to the 250s. Nice little letting out those bag holders. Yeah, I don't know which one of these wants to be the stock on the day. For real. All of them are just tripping. BBB, Bed Bath and Beyond, down 12% now, negative 12. Tesla down, kind of following the SPY on down. JSPR, not seeing a whole lot on the top volume movers there, and only 3 on this low float scan. HTGM, another little explosion out of that 6 up to the 680s. Yeah, JSPR taking a whole lot of time under this 250. I don't trust it. A lot of volume dried up on that one. First hour candle was 9 million shares traded. This one's got 2 million. Still got some time on it though. Or did I say hour? First 15-minute had 9 million shares. And this 15-minute, we'll see how it closes. Looking like it's facing a lot of problems there though. Ben bought Mara at 525. Smart guy. Yeah, Mara, he bought Mara because of we were looking at the crypto markets and stuff, and we was like, man, cryptos are coming back up, bro. What is going on? Yeah, he's definitely doing good. We pretty much were looking at everything that was connected to crypto because crypto's been bouncing. He bought some Mara. I bought some actual cryptos. I bought some BNB, which is up right now. I think it's like up quite a bit, but from where I bought it at 250 BNB, and then I bought some IMX, and I bought some gods, and I bought a couple of cryptos, and they're all up right now. Grum. I bought some NFTs too. Bought some NFTs at I bought two of them at $50. They're almost to $100 now as well. Mara, man, Mara is putting the gas to the pedal. Gee whiz. Okay, so ZV coming into that first level of the 343s that was out there. Looks like it's got a 10,000 share position there at the 57. I don't trust that. Not on this candle. Nope. It could keep dropping and keep dropping. So we'll look for something a little bit lower than that. That's I don't know about that. Let them have that. Or let them break it and then see if it'll hold. Yeah, I don't know, man. When it comes to crypto, I'm just cheap. I like cheap stuff in crypto. I buy it cheap and it just ends up exploding. But I do like aiming or targeting stuff that has an actual project, something that's actually doing work, and maybe if they're creating jobs or creating something that is, that helps the overall I guess everybody that's in the ecosystem or even outside the ecosystem. Those are the kind of projects I look for. I'm like, yeah, I get that. I told Ben I was gonna buy Atom at $5. It never came down. Well, I was gonna buy more Atom at $5. It never came down for me. It started ripping back up, so I'm like, it's whatever. I already got a little bit of it because I'm cheap. I buy little tinks and bits, but that little bit is almost up. It'll probably be up over 100, 150, something like that. And those cryptos, I just forget about. I just buy them and just forget. It's like I'm gonna let you do you. Unlike the stock market, oh wow, that is HTGM continuing up to almost $7, up 46% there. So this is what, and when I come over here to my the questions that I ask myself, come over here to the questions I ask myself. I'm like, okay. Pre-trade questions. Is it a top volume 10 volume mover? Is it a low float? Does it have a catalyst? What is the competition on the day? This question right here is throwing me off today. There is so much moving. What is the competition on the day? Is it becoming the thing to be, right? What is the high of the day? Has it been retested? What are the levels of support? I've looked at the levels of support, but there's so much going on. I don't know if it's the focus or not. Are the shorts strongly winning? Don't know. Don't. I mean, it looks like they're just getting squeezed around. I don't know. If a trader was to open up their scanners right now, well, would they see these stocks right here? Yes, they would see all of these. So I'm like, which one do I focus on? There's one, two, three, four, five, six stocks that they could possibly trade. I just don't know. If is the retracement worth it? Well, we haven't even identified some of these up here first. We Are there any large areas of interest? There were on a couple of them, but it's just a lot going on. So this leads to my notes to consider and boundaries. So number two, what does it say? If there is too much commotion in the market, let's say there's 3 to 5 big movers on the day, if the stock that I'm interested in starts to lose massively in volume, then I just scratch it. I'll say, okay, then we'll move to the next one. But none of these seem to want to lose. Everything wants to be a winner on today. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm just at a point where I just don't know. And so if I don't know, I'm just going to be like, I'll wait and see. I'd rather just protect my wallet because there is a lot going on here. JSPR. Look. They just continue doing stuff. They just out here doing stuff. Up here almost to the 250s. This is what I'm saying. So if I scratch JSPR and then I came back and looked at it, I'm like, oh no, bad trade. Oh no. Because there's too much going on, man. So in a market like this, I'm just hanging back, seeing what happens. I wish only one of these would start winning, but does not look like it's going to happen. This one's up 50%. ZVSA still going down almost 50%, but it's going down. So I would say JSPR would need to fall before anything else happens. Like a couple of these that are green would need to fall for anything that's falling to retrace. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. JSPR pushing on up there, never giving, just hanging around the 225s for almost a full 15 minutes, and now getting up to the 250s. See, it's just hard to kind of calibrate that kind of move, especially when there was nothing out here on the bid or ask, and now there is 45,000 shares. Let's look down here. Still no huge levels of interest down here below, so I don't really know what would be a fall point or a catch point for it. But yeah, things are moving. So again, this is another one of those days that may be more of a breakout scalpers market and not so much of a dip trade market, because if something is dipping with all of this competition, the chances that it gets bought up is very low, especially if it doesn't have catalysts. So I'd rather just protect my capital there. But that was a nice little 25-cent move out there to the 250s. If anybody caught that move, just kind of a lot going on. Then over here, HTGM still ramping up as well. So yeah, just gotta let this first hour play out. It's just doing too much. Grown getting on down there. So we're just gonna watch these for now. Wow, JSPR looking like it wants to get 3. Nice little breakout over the top. What was this breakout? This is a 20-cent, almost a 25-cent breakout right there over the top of the previous high. So let's actually look over here on the, what is this, JSPR? Look over here on the daily chart. Insane monster move back up to the body of this previous candle. Held up this 215 and got going up here to the 275s. We'll see if it can break over the body of the 275s there. Right at it. Looks like it wants to. Okay. $26 million shares traded on this one. $275. It's looking like a little bit of resistance for it. Will it be able to get down? And what levels are people interested in here? Don't see any big levels down here on the bid. I see a big level up here at 275 though, 13,000 shares on the ask. Got a little piece on JSPR entry 257, exit 271. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's crazy. This big old green bar, it's only Mara's only up 3%. So it is something that you would have had to already be in to really profit off of it. I'm glad Ben took some profit off that thing. HSPH getting killed down there. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off. I don't think it's gonna be a challenge for JSPR today. Just gonna wait for JSPR to dip a bit and see if I can play some dip entries on it, because it has the volume and everything on the day. Not too worried about any of these other ones. Okay, but the one of the questions that I ask is what is the high of the day and has it been retested? Well, on JSPR, we don't know yet. It's still going up and it hasn't had any flush points. So I don't know. 275 maybe, and then it breaks on through to $3 and then it keeps. So yeah, these questions have to be answered first. Need to see that flush. Need to see some kind of flush. HTGM coming on down through a high up there of the 730s for resistance. It's only 6 million shares traded on it though. Okay, starting to see some sizes down here, but these are kind of close. They're 5 cents away from each other. There was a 10 million, or not 10 million, 10,000 share position there at the 65, and then another 10 at the 60. So that's 5 cents. I don't want that. That's looking like flush. If they're really close like that, it makes me wary, because that's building up for a flush. Let's see if we see anything else down here on the bids. Nothing as of yet. We do see that the size has doubled here at the 275. It was 13,000. Now it's up to 26,000, and another level coming in at the 270s. So really big sizes at that 75. The people are holding it under. There, okay, that was through the 65, through the 60. So that was a little bit of a flush. Start of a flush. We'll see what happens now that we got a high on deck. So it's looking like these two are going to be the two on the day, HTGM and JSPR for low floats or lower floats. HTGM has a pretty good range, but definitely need to see it flush a little bit more. What's this? 641. The top of this 30-minute candle was 720. So lost quite a bit there. Either one of these, man. I'm looking for the flushes on them. That's all I need. Well, actually, no. HTGM is still not in the competition. With only 6 million shares traded, it can lose very quickly. At least JSPR is a top 10 volume mover. So I'll definitely focus in on that one rather than HTGM. Okay. Bed Bath and Beyond still pushing. So JSPR is still number 3 on the day. Okay. See if these things can dip, man. And the SPY continually getting back over that 395. So maybe the attention will head out to Tesla and some of the higher floats because the SPY is going up. Maybe this is a Friday fake where the SPY has not done any real dipping on today. It's just looking like it's ripping. We'll see. Need more information. MGOL is live. MGOL. MGOL came. What is this? Was this a IPO that I missed? Yeah, MGOL. Let's look at the company here. Our mission, MGO Global, is intent on inspiring people worldwide to express their best, most authentic selves through our distinctive lifestyle brands, delivering superior financial performance and value creation through optimization of our shared services across our brand building platform. And championing global green initiatives that promote a sustainable, circular in economy within the global fashion industry. Founded in October 2018 and headquartered in Florida, with remote employees, specialty contractors in London, New York, and Latin America. We are a performance driven lifestyle brand portfolio company. Okay. So, lifestyle, okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see Messi in here, the Messi brand. Hmm. Okay. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. It's a fashion company. Um, Guess we'll see. Definitely the volume is down there in comparison to all the competition on the board, but we'll see. JSPR doing that same little move that it did on this previous level where it kind of held around the level, then pushed out, held around the level, then pushed out. So we'll see how much strength that it actually has. It had 9 million shares traded in the first 15 minutes, 10 million shares traded in the second, and now it's got 5 million. So it's already halfway to the previous candle. But is that flush on the horizon though? When did MGOL halt? Let me go to halt scans. MGOL halted at 10:47. Oh, it should have halted by now. This has been a long halt. Okay, we'll see. Man, flushes might not look too great today. with them kind of just beating around the bush. Okay. SPR. Okay, so it looks like we have a level here, the 250s trying to hold, and then a close level, just like the last time. It was 65 and 60. Now it's 50 and 45. Big levels close could mean a flush incoming. Because I don't know if buyers would be willing to buy this thing with this kind of setup here. So we'll see what happens at those levels, 50 and 45. Yeah. This one only had 1 million shares traded on first 15 minutes, and then had a 2 million shares, 3 million shares traded on that one. This must be a 15-minute halt or something on MGOL. So I still see a level of 16,000 all the way down here at the $2. I don't know if those are shorts though. That was way out of range from this 50 and 45. So I may be interested to see what it does, but that's a long way down. But it is a top low float mover on the day, so we'll see what happens. Got about 15 minutes to the close of this hour, and I am not seeing anything I want to jump into. Everything's kind of up. Nothing gave me any kind of good dips. But this one should be MGOL. If this is a 15-minute halt, it should be opening up in like a minute. 15:47. We'll see. All right. 47 seconds. There's the open. Jump in there. A little bit of jumping, jumping, jumping. Dancing on the charts. Finally getting some trades here. Maybe into another halt there, halting up. Previous gap down from the 764 there, may be a little bit of yeah, halted right there. Okay. Not even 1,000,000 shares traded yet. 300,000. You got in before that second halt. Nice. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. Oh, you got in on the red candle and not the green one? Ooh. Oh, I mean, yeah, you did get on the green one. My bad. We'll see how it goes, man. I don't know if stops are working on this one, or if you can stop. I don't know, but we'll see. It's got a pretty big range. That initial candle was from the 9 down to the 771. This one came down to the 582s and popped all the way back up to the 708s. Very volatile. Low liquidity, so I don't know how hard it will be to actually sell out of a position, but we will see. See, I don't like stocks like JSPR, man. This thing is like, it has no catalyst. It should be flushing, but it continues to just kind of hang around the 275, just hanging around. I don't like hanging around. I want you to make a decision. Either go up or flush. You got small money. Hey, well, you never know. Small money may pay off for you. But maybe this next one will be a 5-minute halt instead of a 15 minutes. So we'll see. A lot of people were able to see this thing and see a gap down. So will there be FOMO buying? Or FOMO selling? I don't know what's going to happen. Kind of a 50-50. I think the biggest question is, will it be able to overtake this gap here? Back at the 775 level. That will be the biggest thing. Hope for FOMO buying. Hey, we will see, man. Hope the best for you. As long as your risk is pretty calculated, it should be all right. Actually, let me check on well, actually, no, it just opened, so it doesn't have any information out there. I was gonna check and see if it was shortable or whatnot, but I don't know what it is. A lot of times on IPOs, sometimes I don't know how that works, how soon people can short it or how soon people can do puts and things like that. I don't know. Does it have to reach some kind of compliance or what to be shorted? Okay, so has 5 minutes happened yet? 16, so it should be opening up on the 21:31. It's moving a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so 775 will be that first test area. 725s. 745. It's like it's kind of stopping. Okay. Popped up there to 765 right there. 775 hit. Okay. So that's nice. That's nice. It did fill the gap. We'll see if it can hold around that 75 level. And it may be into another halt. It doesn't look like it's got enough volume for a halt, but it looks like it's trying to halt. Yep. Into another halt at the 7, right at that gap fill level. You're in at 6. Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. As long as it I mean, it may get back over $9, $10. You never know. And for me, it's an IPO. I haven't been really looking at IPOs a whole lot. But it definitely gave opportunity. Good call out to watch and see how IPO reacts. Says Israel Skyward Specialty Insurance Group. Nah. Anyway, I got about 6 minutes on the stream. I gotta go and get to some other work. If you guys have not checked out the Discord yet, I can drop that link. That's where we continue conversations over there in the Discord after the streams. Wait. So there is a Discord link there. No kind of paywalls or anything. We pretty much just share our ideas, share the things we're looking at, the levels we're looking at, that kind of thing in there. There's also a voice chat room in there that you guys can jump into if you actually want to talk to each other or anything like that, or kind of share your setups and things like that. That's always a great tool to use as well. Spy. And sometimes after I stream, if I don't feel like going back on YouTube or Twitch, I'll just stream in the Discord as well. So it'll give you a notification in the Discord. And then some days I'm just working and I don't have time to stream at all. All right, so 5 minutes halted at, wait, no, this is the wrong thing. Halted at the 22.45, so it should be opening up at the 27.45. But yeah, it may be the only interesting thing happening now that JSPR and all this has kind of lost its flavor. And the SPY continues to go up, and Tesla continues to go up. BBBY continuing to, yeah, it's pulling back up as well. Bank of America pulling up. Tesla, Bank of America, Ford. Ford had a little gap down, but it's a little bit green right now. Mara, Amazon, Rivian. So it's a lot going on. See how this thing opens and if it goes into another halt or whatnot. 27.45 coming up here real soon. 20 seconds. Got the gap fill. Can it open up higher? There's the open. Tested that gap there. Will it be able to reclaim that gap? Okay, a little indecisive candle on the 15-minute, but we'll see. Bottom of this hour candle was 576. Getting some trading in there, 750s. Back in, is it going back into halt? Holding that 575, clipping a little bit. Almost to 1,000,000 shares traded. 790s. Holding up that 75. So that's the question. Can it continue to hold there? Tell me you're not halting again. Okay. It's a little push out to the 8s. Will it be able to break over this previous candle? 865 is the next test on the 15-minute. Can we see some 850s? 836s? I think it's going into halts here at the 36. All right, yep, halted again. All right, y'all. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're gonna continue trading, keep your head on a swivel. Congratulations, Andre. You entered at 6 something, and now you're almost up to $9. So even if it was on small size, that's a nice move from 6 to almost 9. That's $3 per share. Even if you bought 2 shares, you know. But definitely nice call outs today. There was a lot going on in the markets, and you know, I'm trying to stick to my rules, trying to stick to things because my rules keep me out of, you know, giving my shoes away. So yeah, that's pretty much what this is, and you can read over it or whatever. But yeah, that is it for me today. And as always, Another week. I only took one trade this week. It was red, man. One trade this week. All my trades this year have been green. So it's just the first trade red. And I was like, okay, whatever. I did break a rule. I did not trade a low float. Got into something, had profit in hand, $110. And it snapped back just like that. And it was gone. But anyway, at least I know that the idea was correct, but the other parts of my rules that weren't followed just capsized on me. But yeah, that is it for today. And as always, y'all have a great day, great weekend. Be careful, be safe in the markets and in real life. I think that's it for me. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.